We are joined by Derry's most exciting young fighter, fighting out of Team Evolve under the tutelage of Jason McCabe, John Rossborough. He is definitely one to watch, and he's planning for a busy start to the year. Mr. Jake Duncan, Jamaican Jake Duncan, how are you?
Oh, good, Brian. What's the crack, me?
Let's just get straight to the point here. Is Jack Donaghy ever going to fight?
It's a question we're all wondering. I think it is, Brian, isn't it? Is he actually going to fight?
I don't know. I think he's all talk myself. You know, I don't even think that boy could get a match on Grindr. But enough wasting time talking about Jack Donaghy. Very busy couple of weeks coming up for you. Two fights planned?
Yeah. I have my first one next Saturday, I believe, up in a cage conflict. I just got an opponent change there, and then I have my first title fight then on the 4th of April.
Yeah, so you're going up in the cage conflict. Do we know the opponent yet, or it hasn't been announced yet? So we'll not spoil anything until something goes up.
Yeah.
You're definitely going to be fighting somebody you were due to fight. Was it Evan Ferguson you were supposed to fight?
Callum Ferguson.
Or Callum Ferguson, sorry. You were supposed to fight him. So opponent changed now, but we're still going to go up to Belfast. We're still going to make the walk. We're still going to put on a show.
Yep, 100%.
How excited are you? Because Cage Conflict is one of those shows where it's like the show everybody wants to fight on, and it's a show everybody's scrambling to fight on. So this is something really, really exciting for you to get up and get in here. You've never competed in Cage Conflict before?
Never, not.
No, so you've done a few Akumas. So this is going to be the first time making the trip to West Belfast. How's preparation going?
Preparation's going great. Training 2-3 times a day, more or less every day. No injuries or anything. I'm feeling at my best, to be honest. So I'm really looking forward to the fight, to be honest.
And we're going straight from the Cage Conflict into perhaps one of the most exciting fights that's happening on the Wrath card. You're going to fight hometown favourite Max Mahaffey. Are you excited now to get that kind of level of go up in competition now and fight one of the, he's undefeated as an amateur, putting on performances, getting finishes. This is going to be an exciting match between two of the most exciting young fighters. Once again, in Ireland, the flyweight division is looking to be like one of the best divisions to watch. How 100%. Are you feeling about going into a fight with somebody who's kind of up there in the upper side of your division?
I really can't wait, to be honest. Like I've wanted this fight for a long time, probably nearly a year, to be honest, since having Fraser last fought. But I'd say it's a highly anticipated fight anyway. I'd say it's definitely one that people's not going to want to miss, because it's going to be just fireworks from the start. Like it's going to be high paced, high intensity, and it should be a great fight. Like,
expect nothing less from you other than high pace and high intensity. I mean, I've got the pleasure of training with you when I was doing my Alpha Project fights. It wasn't nice. It wasn't pleasant for an old man like me getting thrown in there with you, because you seem to have your legs are like arms. And no matter which way you try and scramble, you're like an octopus. You're so hard to get away from. How long have you been training MMA?
Right, so I started about maybe coming up to 4 years now. I started, I think it was 2022 or so coming up to 4 years now, so it is.
Did you do any other type of martial arts before you started MMA, or was MMA your first time to actually train martial arts?
MMA was my first dedicated thing I properly did. Like I did bits and pieces, did a bit of kickboxing and all, but nothing, I didn't stick at anything. But this is where I've been dedicated my life to the last 3.5 years, and I love every minute of it, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah, what I found training with you and training in the gym with a lot of these young killers is you seem to be the standout performer at the minute in terms of training and activity. So you're keeping yourself busy, which is really, really good. It's good to see, because you're now at the stage in your amateur career. You're not long into your amateur career. You had a few teen fights, now you're in your amateur career. This is where you try and gain as much experience as you can, and you're still very, very young. How does it feel, when you're training there and you're in the likes of Evolve with one of the OGs, the godfathers of MMA, Jason McCabe?
It's brilliant, honestly, because I couldn't ask for a better coach or than Jason and John. Do you know what I mean? Like they've been around for ages. If you ask anybody in the MMA scene in Ireland, they've probably heard their name. Do you know what I mean? So, I think it's some privilege to fight under Evolve. I love it, sorry.
Yeah, Evolve is definitely I really really enjoy training there. I only really got to train with John a few times, but I
Yeah.
done most of the first training with Jason, and he's a man. He changed my life a couple of times without even meeting
Aye.
me.
Aye.
Through them
100%.
running chaos is how I got involved in MMA and fell in love with the sport. Then he took me under his wing to actually give me my first two fights.
Yeah.
I'm now retired.
100%.
I'm now retired. Thank God.
No, you're not, Brian. No, you're not.
I'm too old. Listen, so one of the things we had in common is we both were on the last Chaos card. That was a dream come true for me to fight at Chaos in the Everglades, where it all started. I headlined the Alpha Project card. You headlined the Chaos card. What was that like? The walkout, the feeling, the whole atmosphere of the Everglades. It's like one of the most amazing places I've ever watched MMA.
Yeah. It was a surreal moment, to be honest. Like, I only found out maybe like 3-4 hours before I was fighting it. I got pushed up to the main event. I was in my bed and someone rang me saying, "You're the main event." I thought everybody was joking with me, but it was a surreal moment. Although I didn't go my way and I didn't get the result I wanted, it was just felt like a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I'm grateful to have the opportunity. I've done it.
Yeah, it'll be the first of many MMA main events that you'll have in your career. And at that time, you fought another one of the standouts in your division, and one of the Carmody boys from MMA Cork, who will now face Max Mahaffey at Cage Conflict. That's going to be an interesting one for you to sit and watch, because you've shared the cage with one, and now you're going to share the cage with another. It's a real great test to show where you were at. So you're going to hang about, because obviously they will fight after you, so you're going to hang about and really do your homework. Then, do you like to watch your opponent's fights? Do you like to scout them, or are you what happens and just react on the day kind of fighter?
I'll watch the fight. I'll probably watch all their fights maybe once or twice, not too much. I don't like to read too much into my opponent's game too much. Like, I feel like whenever you do that there, you sort of throw off your own game and you're focused too much on what they're going to do instead of what you should be doing. So recently, the last while, I've just been focused on myself, like thinking what I'm going to do in there instead of what he might do. So that's the change I've made this time.
Yeah, it's brilliant actually seeing you guys on Instagram, because you are there, morning, evening. There's a real good core group of you guys that are there looking out for each other, and you are just making each other better, which is 100%. One of the things that you really, really need, especially when you're trying to compete in MMA and trying to establish yourself in MMA. Talk this wee bit about the teammates and the guys that you would train mostly with. How does it feel training with them?
I love all my training partners, especially all the ones around my size. Like, you have my cousin Keelan, you have Jack, you have Cameron, you have Fraser, Fun, the list goes on, Eamon, Jay. Just like we have a Liam and all. Like, it's just, we have so many people around the like 50, 70, like maybe 70 kg range, and we're all really game. So I feel like we're all just making each other better really fast, and it's unbelievable. Like.
Yeah, I spoke to Owen Burke last week. We were talking, we were kind of in the build up to his fight in the Alpha Project, and we were saying about what it was like on the Evolve. It's one of the most welcoming places I've ever went to. Everybody looks out for each other. I felt like a teammate, even 100%. Though I wasn't really a teammate, and he used to slag me about being from Strabane and didn't like me wearing my SPG hoodie. But I felt I really, really progressed in terms of my confidence, because
100%.
These guys didn't take liberties with us, but you didn't make it easy for us, and that's one of the great things that stood out for me in the gym. Is whenever you got something, you earned it.
100%.
And that's great to see you guys just looking out for each other and kind of coming together, because you aren't always there with Jason or with John. You are kind of getting your own stuff done. So 2 big fights coming up. We don't know officially yet. You probably know who the first fight is, so we're just going to concentrate on the second fight. A trip up the Wrath, Max Mahaffey fighting the hometown boy in his hometown show. Do you thrive on this kind of pressure? Do you thrive on these days?
Big time, 100%. I would actually rather prefer to fight someone in their backyard than be fought in my own backyard. I know you have your own crowd and all, and you get really hyped up and all, but the thought of just upsetting a favourite in his hometown on his home show, just that makes me want to thrive, and I'm just can't wait for it. So, to be honest,
so you do feel like in this fight the pressure's on him?
Yeah, I think it is personally. Like, I don't feel like I have any pressure at all.
Yeah, and he's fought good guys before. It's not like he's fought clans where he hasn't fought
Yeah,
any
yeah.
reasonable guys. He's fought good guys.
hmm
But do you think that you're going to bring something different? That you're on a different level from what he's fought before?
100%. Because he's, from what I've remember, he's not really used to fighting another southpaw. Like, do you know what I mean? And like his next two fights are going to be hard. He has Sean, who's a southpaw, and I'm a southpaw too. So I feel like it's gonna play a factor, definitely, but 100%.
This podcast is sponsored by King of Comps. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, or kingofcomps.co.uk for your chance to win life-changing prizes with realistic odds. Win cars, cash, holidays, and instant prizes from as little as 1p. That's kingofcomps.co.uk. Yeah, that's the fight. I mean, we're starting this year with a bang. So we've got the Cage Conflict card, which is going to be stacked. We've got Ayur on Sunday.
Yeah.
Do you watch the regional MMA scene, or are you more of a I'll watch them when I'm going to fight them kind of? Do you like to know what's happening and who's floating around your division?
Aye, 100%. I love watching. Like, I'll pay attention to most of the flyweight and bantamweight fights that go around the region, like so I do. But I do like to pay attention to it just to see who you could possibly fight, like in upcoming fights or something, or if your opponent's fought someone you've previously fought, so you can get a sort of read on most of the people through that, I feel like.
Yeah, it's kind of good. Like I prefer the regional scene to the pro scene worldwide, because that's where I belong. I get to interact with you guys. I got to interact with you as a teammate, but I also get to interact with you as a cup man and as a official. And I get to chat to you when I'm wrapping hands. And you know, I was kind of doing footage there and going over the backstage stuff from my Fight at Alpha project, and there's good moments where you're actually coming in and pep talking me. I was a 43-year-old man. And like you're more experienced than me, and was able to like calm me down, talk to me about nerves and things like that. Do you 100%. Get nervous for fights, or because you always seem very chill to be? Maybe show it.
See, at the start I would have got really nervous, like I would have been like in my own head sort of type of thing, but now I just sort of try to take the energy in and thrive off the energy, use it as a more of a confidence boost rather than feeling nervous, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So in order to kind of prepare and have a wee talk to you, I was watching over some of your fights, and I watched the Gabby fight from Akuma. You know, you look like a child in there compared to him. But one of the things I really noticed with you, and I actually noticed that, or I actually felt it whenever I was actually training with you, and of course I'm trying to grapple because I have no fucking striking. The way you distribute your weight, you know, is something that I've never really noticed before with you, because what actually led to the finishing sequence in that fight was he went to kind of go for a throw. You distributed your weight really well, and you know the slick way you locked up that triangle. It was absolutely beautiful, and I felt that was the moment that people were like, okay, this is the guy to watch. You're 100%. Now becoming that guy to watch at the flyweight in the flyweight division. So is the plan this year activity?
100%. Just stay as active as possible. I want to get at least 5 or 6 fights in this year, do you know what I mean? And just like they all add up at the end of the day. I want to do more grappling stuff as well. I've been really paying attention on my grappling the last couple of months, especially when I found out I was fighting Max. So that is the game plan. Just stay as active as possible. Take recovery serious, hopefully no injuries, and hopefully we'll have a good year anyway.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I love the whole idea of young fighters being active, because you can spar as much as you want. Nothing compares to the competitive rounds that you get in the cage. You know, whether you win or whether you lose, I'm sure you've after that last fight, what you got was minutes in the cage that you can't really get in the gym. And a whole learning experience. Did you watch the fight back? Have you watched the fight back, or do you watch them?
Oh, I watch all my fights back more. I actually watch my fights that I lose back more, just so I know that, like, I want to improve on where I went wrong in the fight. So I feel like you do learn a lot more, to be honest, from your losses than your wins. Do you know what I mean?
I 100% agree. I think I've watched the fight where I lost more often than I watched the fight where I won.
Exactly.
People can say what they want, and this kind of one thing that irks me about MMA and people who like MMA. doing this kind of stuff here, like talking podcasts, is
Yep.
they're critical of fighters. Nobody's going to be more critical of a fighter than himself. You don't have to go in there and say he didn't perform, he didn't do well, because he's beat himself up more than you will ever do.
100%.
After that loss, did you take some time? Did you beat yourself up about it, or did you just get right back on the horse and get back training again?
I took a wee week or so to myself, sort of, because I felt a wee bit burnt out, sort of, because I was training really hard, and I just felt really that I didn't get the result that I wanted at all. Felt like I've had so much more to show, but I just didn't get the opportunity to. But as soon as about a week or two after, I was straight back in the gym. I got my blue belt, focused on my grappling, and ever since I've just been trying to be as consistent as possible, because nothing beats consistency at the end of the day.
How nice is it to get the blue belt? I got my blue belt as well.
Great.
That wee bit of blue material meant more to me than anything. Hey, just to get it, it kind of was just like a reward for the dedication and the hours that you put in on the mat.
Yep.
And those wee small ones are brilliant.
They all add up.
Memories they have, and that kind of spurred me on to keep going. Now I'm never going to fight again.
You are, Ryan. Yes, you are.
Not a chance. And I'm going to be commentating on IUR, so I'm going to be commentating on Oren and Owen's fight, and I'm nervous watching my teammates fight. Do you find that too when you watch your teammates? Do you get more nervous for them?
Yep, 100%. Especially when I watch my cousin Keelan fight, I be far more nervous for his fights than I do for my own fights. It's mad how it works, but that's just the way it is, I feel like, personally.
Yeah, Keelan's coming up now. He's a fighting Virtus as well, hasn't
he? Yep, he does indeed.
Is this going to be novice for him, or is he going to venture into amateur?
I'd say this could be his last novice fight, just depending on how he does exactly. If he goes out and finishes the boy again, I'd say it'd be hard to get him another novice fight, so I'd say he's more than ready anyway.
Yeah, I know. I do you know what? I can have avoided him in sparring. Really, really nice fella, but fuck, he's intense. Not horrible, but for me to have a spar with him, I knew I was going to be put through hell. You guys were nice to me, but I always think that he was going to put me through hell. I'm not going to do like predictions for the fights and all. I don't really do that. Like fighting it's the greatest sport in the world, but it's also the cruelest sport in the world. And sometimes you can 100%. Go in there and put in the performance of your life and come out in the
on the rear end.
Like the whole I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. There are people that's good at that. But in terms of your preparation, in terms of how you're feeling, are we looking to put on a performance? Are we looking to now show everybody that people are talking about Jake Duncan for a reason?
100%, definitely. I love being able to entertain, especially if you're bringing a crowd of people up, like your friends and your family. I feel like it is your job to entertain them as much as possible. Although getting the win is the most important thing in the end of the day, but still, it's still good to put on a show. Like, do you know what I mean? You like people talking about your fight as well.
Yeah, I've heard a rumour too that they're putting on extra security up in the Devonish for the Derry crowd that's coming up.
Right.
There's going to be a big Derry contingent because Blaine's fighting it too.
That's right. Blaine usually sells a load of tickets for up there, so it is.
And do you know something here? This is the thing about it. Derry people make noise.
They do. They definitely do. You heard that Everglades on November. It was mad. So it was.
I heard even the reception I got. I was going like, I'm only on the Alpha Project card, but when you walked out, it felt like the roof was going to come off the place.
I definitely done that.
Do you remember your walkouts? Do you try and take it in, or are you just zoned in whenever you walk out?
I feel like the walkout helps me sort of, like, I don't like to be too zoned in sometimes. Like, I feel like sometimes I get too zoned in and I'm just going in blank headed, do you know what I mean? But I feel like if I can sit back, relax, listen to my tune as I'm coming out, I'm more in a flow state, do you know what I mean? And I prefer to be like that instead of tense and fucking built up and all. So I think I prefer it, to be honest.
Yeah, I kind of enjoyed my walkout more this time than I did the last time.
Yeah.
I kind of took everything in and I tried to take it in because I knew it was going to be the last time I ever did it. So I really, really enjoyed the walkout, and then I have the footage of me walking out like right from behind it, and when I was watching it back, it kind of like was going through all the emotions again.
Yeah.
How amazing is this sport that we love?
it's unbelievable. There's no better sport in the world. I wouldn't change it for anything. Like this is what I plan to do for the rest of my life. To be honest, like whether it's fighting, whether it's coaching, like I just love the thing so much.
So predictions for 2026 for young Jamaican Jake Duncan. Activity?
Activity, definitely, 100%.
Few belts?
Yep, I want to get my first belt anyway. I feel like it's more than achievable, especially in this. I won my max anyway. I know it's going to be a tough fight, but I think it's only the start.
Yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to it. So, Jake's going to be fighting. It's going to be Cage Conflict, which is the 7th of March, and then we're going to be going 2 weeks later.
The 4th of April. 4th of April. 3-4 weeks later, I think.
Yeah. So, tickets are on sale if you want to go to these events. Cage Conflict in the Devonish in Belfast, one of the top shows in Ireland. We've got Wrath, which is a new up and coming show where he's going to be fighting the hometown guy. He's planning to put on the performance of his life, maybe lift his first belt, and really, really looking forward to seeing you in action and seeing you back doing what you do best and doing what you love. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. Do you want to add anything before we go?
No, that's everything, Brian. Thank you very much. Pleasure to be on anyway.
And who knows, maybe this might turn into something more positive for me. Thank you very much for your time. I'm really, really excited to see your fight. I'm going to make sure that I'm down at the cage for your fight, and we'll maybe do some special hand wraps for you. Put a lot
100%. I look forward to seeing you.
Thank you very much for your time, Jamaican Jake Duncan, the future
Cheers, Brian.
of Irish MMA.